Yeah, so like what there was a bit, despite everything that's going on, this is a bit from the AP. Quote, Trump seemed unfazed from Mar-a-Lago, his private club. He headed to his golf course a few miles away after writing on social media, quote, this is a great time to get rich. I, all right, why not? I mean, for some people, maybe. For others, for most people, actually, it really wasn't. Because, like, the average like American stock market was down 6%, which may not mean much to you, but like it's a bigger fall than like when the first COVID lockdowns were announced. It's even bigger than like when Lehman Brothers went bust in 2008, which was like the precipitating event of the global financial crisis. But yeah, it's a great time to get rich.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it would depend who you are, but yeah.
Buy the dip.
Well, actually, there was some great stuff from FD Alphaville that, yeah, like the usual Wall Street Bets Robinhood crowd did, in fact, buy the dip. They bought more dip than any other day of trading in the last decade. So they bought more dip than they did during like the height of the fucking GameStop horseshit.
I love that there's like I love that there's a segment of society that is just a bunch of guys that post on the internet motivated purely by id when they place bets, just like this number is moving, buy, and that's it. That's the extent of your like quantitative analysis. It's great. Like, I mean, it's an easy way to move through life, I suppose.
It reminds me of like the late 80s, and my dad had a bunch of different programs for his fucking PC that he'd bought by ordering like fucking floppy disks from the back of like from classified ads in the newspapers, and it was all these different programs that was supposedly if you put all of like the fucking history of like horse races in, it would predict the winners. You know what I mean?
Oh, cool! Like, yeah. It's sort of the automated like tout essentially.
Yeah, and it's like, that I really believe that the fucking program you got on a floppy disk can do that level of like fucking analysis of something as complicated as a horse race. Sure. But it's that same kind of thing where it's like, no, I will absolutely like fucking strike gold any minute. Do you know what I mean? I've got a system.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've got a system, and these fucking these bored apes that I'm still clinging onto for dear life. The sucker's going to be worth something one day. Like, I was having a look actually, sort of related to this weekend. Apparently, like, I mean, it's nowhere near where it was naturally, but like the average price of like selling a bored ape is still around $26,000, which it's like. Well, that's a very interesting question as well. But it's like the fact that it's still there is ludicrous.
Those same guys, those same guys who are buying those digital bananas.
I was just going to say, can you trade them for bananas? Yeah.
But there was one stock that even the fucking Wall Street Bets ape maniacs did not want to touch. In fact, they sold it en masse. This is retail trading, and that was Tesla. When even Wall Street Bet does no longer wants to touch your fucking company, it's really something.
Yeah,
picking up my phone and like hitting speed dial for Elon Musk. We've lost the Wall Street Bets crowd.
The thing is, like, it's like the tariffs are basically just blown up. Like, what if we blew up the American and by extension the global economy? But and they are a really bad idea, and they were conceived in the worst way possible, and everyone involved's like a complete fool who doesn't know what they're doing. But on the other hand, if you were in the White House and you found a button that like you could press to like kill America, you would be tempted, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? So like, fair play to them for that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and also thank you for not pressing the other button that launches the nuclear missiles, because that would be bad for also the rest of us in a more immediate and radiating way.
Yeah, well, one bunch of things. All the stocks are down, but one thing's up, baby, and that's the ICBMs.
Yeah, well, they said slowly backing away from the lathe with their hands behind their back just to make sure. Yeah, so the latest, because Tesla is now a publicly traded company, they have to produce quarterly results. And would you believe it? The company is eating like historic levels of shit. It's really fucking funny. Like I haven't read the thing itself. I read some of the reporting about it. The funniest thing is, of course, that it turns out that the Cybertruck was actually not the thing that set Tesla alight as a company. Well, it did, but not in the way that it was intended, I think.
Is it more? Are you talking more figuratively or literally?
Well, so because they have to now report like actual sales figures and shit like that. So the sale volume of Cybertrucks is so low that it's like it among some of the car magazines I read, it's among the greatest flops in like car sale history. Essentially, like Musk said that in 2024 they'd sell about 250 million. Instead, they sold 40,000.
Yeah, they actually had like some sort of fucking founder edition or some shit that had like a
like Star Citizen shit where you had to prepay and pre-order like years in advance.
Yeah. And they've apparently had to start like sanding the fucking number off those so that like they can sell them as normal Cybertrucks because not enough people bought them to get like to actually buy out the limited edition for founders that they fucking made.
If you can't even like outperform Chris Roberts, then you're on a bad path.